another heavenly sunset. Let's go find Sunset Lady from the Afterglow Show.
Afterglow Show. And tomorrow is National Crawfish Day and National High Five Day and International Bat Appreciation Day and World Circus Day and, oh, here's one, International Pizza Cake Day. They show a picture of like a 3 or 4 layer cake. I don't know if I want my pizza that looks like a cake.
I heard about a pizza pie, but a pizza cake?
I know. National Cheese Ball Day, that's a good thing. And it's Holy Thursday tomorrow, and it's Ford Mustang Day. And today is National Orchid Day. Okay, now we'll do a couple of famous birthdays. In 1867, Wilbur Wright, aviator and the oldest half of the Wright brothers. And in 1889, Charlie Chaplin, actor and comedian. He was in the movie City Lights. I think that was a silent movie. In 1921, Peter Ustinov, British actor, author, journalist, comedian, and broadcaster. He was in so many movies: Death on the Nile, Logan's Run, and Billy Budd, Spartacus, and Top Capri. Those two, he got Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor.
I just watched Logan's Run the other day. Such
oh
a
my
great
goodness. And listen to this, I didn't know this. He directed and co-wrote the film adaptation of Herman Melville's Billy Budd, and I love that movie. And I didn't know he did all that work on it. Okay, in 1924, Henry Mancini, Grammy and Academy Award-winning film and TV composer. He did the movies Breakfast at Tiffany's, Peter Gunn. I used to love Peter Gunn's one. When I lived in Boston, there was a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant, and they had a jukebox on, and when I left, they had the Peter Gunn song on, and I walked out of the door like I was Peter Gunn.
all I can think about right now is ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. The Pink Panther theme.
Well, I was just about to say the Pink Panther. That was my last film. Okay, now here's the birthday tonight is a commemorative cartoon I did for the Englewood Sun Herald years ago.
So Peter Ustinov, Academy Awards. He was born in 1921, 2004. Service as a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Don't tell me he really signed that.
No, I did that when I found it. If I find an autograph of the people, or sometimes I look for them.
I know. If that was a real one, I was going to say, put it in your will. I want it. Happy birthday, Peter.
Oh, if you like an imitation. Okay. Now let's go on to history here. In 1705, Queen Anne of England knights scientist Sir Isaac Newton at Trinity College in Cambridge. And the quotes tonight are from Peter Ustinov. He had such a good sense of humor. And he said, comedy is simply a funny way of being serious.
Correct.
I thought that's cute. He also said, children are the only form of immortality that we can count on.
Also correct.
Yeah. And he said, the only reason I made a commercial for American Express was to pay for my American Express bill.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Okay, now I have two sets of humor tonight. I started off with a Mustang, a Ford Mustang, but I didn't find so many, so then I switched over to the Bat one. Okay, we'll start.
The Batmobile?
No, not the Batmobile, the Bat humor one.
Humor about bats.
Bats.
Not
yeah.
Batman.
Right.
Okay.
I know at first all I could find was jokes about Batman, but I didn't want that one.
You talked about the car, so when you said Bat, made me think about the Batmobile.
Oh,
Dodge.
Yeah, right.
Mobile. There we go.
Well, we're doing Mustangs now.
Okay.
Okay. You know that a policeman that pulled over a lady in a Mustang asking her if she knew just why he pulled her over.
Tell more of the story.
Well, she said, yes, officer, because I let you.
I'm not sure if I get that one.
Huh?
I don't know if I get that one.
Well, he asked her if she knew why he pulled her over. And she's telling the answer is just because she let him. She was trying to have the power over
I
the
got you now. I
policeman.
get it. Okay.
Okay.
Something Sarasota County would say.
Yeah,
I
right.
think that was a quote from her.
Exactly.
I know why you pulled it up, because I let you.
Yeah, because I let you. That's why. That's why. Otherwise, she would have shot out of the distance and outrun him.
I let you.
Okay. Know what real women are?
Sarasota County.
Oh, you just said it, yeah. Well, real women drive their own Mustang.
Bingo.
You know, a policeman once pulled over a lady in a Mustang and asked her reason for speeding.
Tell more.
Well, officer, I'll be glad to help you catch that Camaro speeding ahead of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And did you know there's really no monster under your bed?
I did know that.
Well, the answer they gave was because it's really that Mustang parked in your driveway. And know what? That my friend just asked me if I'd seen the new Camaro.
No.
Well, I told him not since second gear. They must have had a Mustang.
I got you. There goes one right now.
Oh,
That's a Trans Am, though.
Needs,
car, though.
needs to be Midas size.
No, they want it that way.
Oh, they want it that way.
They want it that way.
Okay. Well, did you know that Ford knew their new taillights had to look better than the front lights?
I didn't know that.
Well, because that's all people were going to see from now on.
Correct. Vroom.
Which brings us to the bat humor.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't people like grumpy vampires?
I don't even know if they're like happy happy
Yeah,
vampires.
well, because they have bat tempers.
Oh, cute.
What's a bat's favorite sport?
Badminton.
Bingo. You got a bingo. I thought you might on that one. What's a bat's favorite holiday?
Oh, I'm going to say Halloween.
Well, the answer they gave was Fangsgiving.
Thanksgiving.
How are bats like real estate agents?
Pass.
Well, because it's all about the echolocation, location. Why are bats like false teeth?
What?
Why are bats like false teeth?
What's similar to false teeth and bats?
Why are they like them?
Yeah. What's the similarities? I have no idea.
Because they both come out at night.
Oh, false teeth come out at night. That's great.
What's a bat's favorite dessert?
Jello pudding.
Well, in this case, they said upside down cake.
Oh, of course.
I think they hang from
That's where they
ceilings.
sleep. Yeah. Upside down cake.
What's a bat's favorite movie?
Oh, there's so many of them. I don't know. Pick one.
Bat to the Future,
Bat to the Future.
which brings us to our futuristic Chuck Norris,
Okay.
the man, the myth, the legend.
The Bat Friend.
Yeah, right. Well, we know now that Chuck Norris is the reason why bats can't see, because the bats took one look at him and they went blind.
That's hilarious. Hilarious. Great shows. Beautiful. Another heavenly sunset out there. Rather windy today, but the temperature is 74. Is very, very comfortable.
It's gone down a little bit. I think I told everybody 76.
Well, that's what happens when the sun goes down. The temperature goes down. I'm Alec Whittier signing off. Over to you, Sunset Lady.
Well, thank you, Alec, and we want to thank all the folks that have shared tonight's Heavenly Sunset and our Afterglow Show. If you've enjoyed tonight, please hit the like button and subscribe. And do come back tomorrow night to see just what's happening here beside the Venice Fishing Pier. Also, share with your family and friends. So now I'll say good night, Alec, and sweet dreams, everyone, and enjoy the remainder of your day as we play our theme song called Running Around This Town that you produced under Whittier. So all the best from Sunset Lady, and good night all.